So in their raw form, S3 Access Logs, are a space-delimited web style log. And this, as you can imagine, would be pretty hard to write a rule against. But because we're sending it into Panther, we end up normalizing it into JSON, which ends up looking a little like this. So, now that we have these distinct fields, we can start to craft rules and we can start to look for certain activity. The thing I want to point out is that these fields that start with P underscore, these are fields that Panther adds during the normalization phase. So part of that is also, the IP addresses, and this could be other indicators such as domain names, SHAs, hashes, etc. So there's also some metadata around when the event was parsed and when the event actually occurred. So what I did is I actually set up a bucket that had CloudTrail and S3 Access Logs, and I did some activity, and then I measured to see what the latency difference was. So if you look closely, you can see the event time is actually the same, 21:42:46. But if you look at the parse time, which is the time that it actually got to Panther, we see the latency is very different. So CloudTrail latency is 5 minutes from event time to parse. And then S3 Access Logs, it's more around, the 40-minute mark. However, the S3 Access Log is telling us a little bit more about the HTTP status of the request, the amount of bytes transferred, the size of the object, and just some additional metadata that's not available in CloudTrail. So you could start to see, the differences in the types of rules that we're able to write.